Hey guys, I hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to do a little bit of two things. I'm going to share some books with you that I have listened to because I have tried to read some book without any luck. My brain is not feeling the sharpest in the evenings, and currently I do audiobooks on my driving, which has been amazing. I've been reading probably 2 to 3 books, depending how long the books are. Some books are a little bit shorter. So if a book is 6 to 7 hours, I can usually do 3 a week, but some books are 16 hours, meaning I'll probably just read 1 or 2. At the end, I will share some flower seeds that I am planning on planting. I hope that I can get another raised bed just to do flowers in that one. However, the reality is that if I do not get a raised bed, I will have to select 6 to 7 packs of flowers because I won't have enough space to plant all the ones that I will show you. I have quite a few, but let's get right into the books. I have read quite a few, but I will mention the ones that I think have something attached to it. So the Four Wind by Kristen Hanna. I have read 2 books by this author, and they are historical fiction based on true events but fictional character, meaning the Great Depression, World War II. There are things that have happened. However, these character and the story are not exactly what has happened. The Four Wind is about the Great Depression. And I have read The Woman, which is about the war in Vietnam. So wonderful 2 books. I Am Malala, which is a biography about this young girl that is fighting for schools and education, which is a beautiful book, which I have a copy here. I don't believe I will reread, so as soon as I find my copy and these books, I will be donating that one maybe to a family, a friend, or maybe to these small libraries. Only Say Good Thing by Crystal Hefner, which was the wife of Hugh Hefner from Playboy. Beautiful book. I do like how sensitive. I did connect with her. For some reason, I do like autobiography, which for some reason, I didn't think they were gonna be my kind of book, but I find myself liking them, especially doing audiobooks. I like almost all of them, even though I don't know anything about the person in particular. I have read the one by Matthew Perry from Friends. I've never watched Friends, and I also enjoyed that one. I enjoyed the one by Britney Spears. I did enjoy the one for Jessica Simpson, Pamela Anderson. I've been reading all these autobiography and I really like them. I then read Blink, which I thought I was gonna adore, and I am not a fan. So again, a book I can probably give away and have somebody else reread. The kind of book that I will reread would be Power. Sometimes I read that book and I hate it, then I reread it and I enjoy it, so I tend to keep it. It depends on my mood, which is weird, but I feel like every time I reread that particular book, I learn something new. So I will keep on rereading. Habits, Atomic Habits is one of those books that I keep in my collection because I reread again and again, because I feel like every time I reread the book, I relearn something new. So these would be pretty much all the books I feel like mentioning something. The House We Grew Up In is the one I am currently reading by Lisa Jewell. So this completes my selection on books, or my part on books. Now let's move to the seeds. A lot of these seeds are seeds that I have planted last year. I'll let you know what I think about them, and some of them I have been gifted, and lastly, some of them I just purchased very, very early, because if you go a little bit too late and these flowers are popular and people start talking about them, they are very, very hard to find. Now, these two I've received for my birthday, I believe last year or the year before. I've received only blue flowers. I don't know if there was a meaning behind it, but morning glories are flowers that climb. From what I remember, they are very easy to grow. And I have the forget me not, which I have not planted. I might give it a try this year again if I have an extra bed. I have a few seeds that I have planted last year. I might have a little bit more coming up. I have the Bachelor button, which I was not a fan. I feel like their petals are a little sad and they kind of remind me of chive, which I've purchased a pack this year. Kind of remind me a little bit. These ones do feel a little bit fuller than these. However, these are all kinds of colors. I did enjoy the look of them, but I don't feel like they were my favorite. I might replant just to use the rest of my pack, but if I have limited space, probably not something I would replant. I have the Marigold, which these, one seed goes such a long way. They produce these beautiful batch of flowers. Amazing if you are doing tomatoes, cucumbers, because they keep the pest away from, or some of the pest away from your vegetable. So I would definitely redo again. And once you purchase one pack of these, you probably won't need to purchase them anymore, because one of these flowers, when they dry out, the part where the seeds are, so not the petals, but this part right here, don't know how it's pronounced, will have a bunch of seeds in them. They are kind of pointy seeds. I don't know how to describe them. They are black and you get a bunch in each single flower. So once you purchase once, I don't believe you need to repurchase again. Definitely a flower that you can give away. I have planted last year these, but we forgot that we had planted them and we ran the lawn mower over them. I think I got a few. So these I will plant around the fence. They are beautiful. I had 2 different colors because, again, most of them got chopped in the way. We got the Sweet William and the Aster, which I planted last year but did not get any of them. They kind of look like this. I don't know what happened. I don't like to follow instruction. I just plant all my flowers at the same time, about the same depth. So some of them do need to be planted deeper, less deep, but I just don't like to complicate myself. So these, I wasn't lucky last year, and I don't know how well they do. I cannot tell you because I did not get to see them flower. I'm trying to grab a bunch of seeds that I have just placed over here. I have some Nesterium Capucine in French. I've purchased 2 of these packs because even though this pack is much more expensive, this was $4 or $5 for one pack. They didn't do well. They stayed very small. They didn't produce much flowers. These, however, are from Dollarama. Pretty sure there are 3 packs for like $1.50 maybe, so a few cents each, and they produced so much. These are only red. These are a bunch of colors, so you get the red, the orange, the yellow. I will be replanting these just because you can add them to your salad, and they kind of remind me of radishes, and they add a lot of color to your meal, your salad, your soup, wherever you want to put them. And same as the, I'm looking for the name, Marigold, they keep the pest away from your other plants. So I do recommend planting these. I will be planting all of these and probably some of these to keep some for next year. I have Cosmos, which are beautiful. Girofle, which I'm not sure if they are bunch of flowers or if these are just one stem. Not aware. I have not tried them yet. Zinnias are beautiful. Not last year, but the year before I planted them and I love them. So I got 3 different kinds. I got the Lilliput, the California Giant, and the Giant Dalila. I'm not too sure if it's colors that are different or petals that are different. This one definitely looks like it's a bit more flat and less round. This one looks very round, and this one looks kind of in between. However, they are absolutely beautiful. They come in all kinds of color, and I just like the fact, you'll see on this one, it has little flowers that open within the flower. So I was a fan of that. The first time I was like, is that normal? But then they were all doing it, and because of that, I am a fan. I will replant, and this is definitely one of the flowers that will make it into my garden or into a pot, into one of those 7 pots that I'm allowed. Lavender, I've gotten this from my partner when he went on vacation. He wanted to grab me seeds that we might not have had here in Canada, and he grabbed me Lavender Lady, which I am not aware if this is one of the lavender that grows again every year. The one that I do have outside is one that does. However, when I've purchased it, it just said lavender, so I'm not too sure what kind of lavender I have at the moment. Pansies are a kind of flower that grows back every year. I have 2 packs because usually it's the kind of flowers that I am chasing, trying to find, just like the zinnia. I wasn't lucky. So for last year and the year before, I couldn't find them. Sometimes when flowers are popular, they're a little bit harder to find. And sometimes when you take yourself a little bit too late, they don't have every single kind. So this year I was super early. I'm still very early, but I've purchased these like many months ago. I want to say 2 months ago, which is amazing. You can eat these. I don't know if I've already mentioned, but I will definitely be planting these. I've had the luck to have these randomly grow on my lot. I don't know if this is a kind of seed that you would find in bird feeder or if birds are picking at these flowers. However, they have grown a little everywhere, and usually I get the little purple ones, which is going to be nice now because it looks like there's an orange one on here, a white one, yellow. So there's lots of different color, which I am excited about. I'm almost done with my flowers. I have poppies, which last year I absolutely adored. So this is definitely one that will be going in my flower pots or my garden or my new raised bed. We'll have to see what happens. This one has pink ones in here. I can see that they have red ones in here, white ones over here. It looks like a mixed little pack, and it is the Shirley mix. And after I have the Mission Bell, which again looks like a pack with orange, pink, and reddish flowers. I'm gonna mix these together. Last year I only had the red ones, and they look beautiful. I love them. The bees were always in my poppies, so again, one that I will do. And I have the Rose Mellow Lavaterra, and I have the 4 o'clock. So these 2. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I'll have to pick. Maybe you guys can help me pick the ones that I will be planting. Right now I have these that are definitely a yes. These ones that are definitely a yes. Zinnia, 3 that are yes. The Napucine. So these, I might try to do it in the garden. So 3. These one I won't count. These ones as well I will be doing in the garden, the marigold. So we're still at 3. So we'll have to pick between the Cosmo, the Lavender, Rose Mellow, 4 o'clock, xoxo, Susie, Forget Me Not. I think these are the only one we're gonna have to pick. So I would love your help to pick 3 of those that you think I should do. And on this, I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoy. I might be sharing more of my planting process, but honestly, I am still new at doing flowers. I've been doing gardening now for a few years. I usually plant cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, lettuce. I'm trying to think which one I 100% plant. Watermelon. Last year I did cantaloupe, but I think this year I might just do watermelon in the raised bed, because last year I tried the watermelon in a pot and they were running out of space. And I'm trying to think, I might do radishes, which I have not done at all. So we'll try that. I wasn't too lucky with kale, but apparently it grows back every year. Beans didn't produce too much, and I find that I don't eat them too much. So this is probably what my garden is gonna look like. We're gonna have to see if I get more raised bed, and we're also thinking of doing as well a garden in the back, not just a raised bed. So I might get lucky and be able to plant all these.